Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new episode of the ABS show, coming to you straight from where?
New York City.
I don't think some of our viewers know where we are shooting, so please tell them one more time where we are shooting from.
New York City.
The Big Apple. This is your very first time tuning into the channel. Please make sure to subscribe, okay? Tell your friends, tell your family, and then after the show, go on Instagram and follow us at the ABS show. A while ago, a man from Alabama sued an abortion clinic where his girlfriend at the time terminated their pregnancy, or her pregnancy, right? Without his approval, okay? So this is what his lawyer said. This is what he said. A woman can go and she can have an abortion of convenience, but there is nothing to protect the father. According to the lawyer, the man got excited about the pregnancy and started working double shifts, to welcome the brand new baby. But then the woman decided to go and have an abortion. Twitter is divided about this story. Social media, was going crazy. So now I'm posing the question to you guys. Who has the right? Does a man have the right when it comes to abortion? Or does a man have a say when it comes to having an abortion?
It's her right. It's her right. It's her right to choose whatever. It's her body. It's her, you know what I'm saying? She's thinking about the future. I don't know whatever their relationship was, what the future was in her mind. Because having a child is a lot of responsibility for the rest of your life. 18 years plus, you're going to be paying for this child. So it's her right to choose. And I don't know if she had any medical issues going on. There's so many different layers to it. And it's her right to choose. So it's her right.
How did she get pregnant?
By having sex with him.
So it's a very dicey question. Like, it's not a question you just answer based on personal opinion, although that's what the show is
Is
all
that
about.
where it came from? It just came from that's how you feel?
Yeah,
Or?
although that's what the show is all about.
It's the right to choose.
It's about personal opinion.
I'm pro-choice.
But when it's just like, let me not use marriage as an example, but when you're involved with someone, the moment you get involved with someone, you have already, to an extent, reduced your power to make personal decisions.
Oh, that's cute.
It's natural.
That's so cute.
Because when you are alone, you can just get up by 12 midnight and go hang out with your boys. But when you have a girlfriend, you're like, babe, I'm going out. Because if she sees on Snapchat that you went somewhere else and you didn't tell her, that's already a problem.
That's wrong.
So that's just logical thinking. So now you got somebody pregnant. She's pregnant. Now your sperm. Now her fetus, right? It's your baby. It takes two to tango. So you just wake up one morning and decide to go do an abortion without even letting him know about it?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you. I'm serious.
No, that's
You know
me.
why?
To me, I'm not saying he has to decide and say yes or no. What I'm saying, he has to know, and you have to get him involved in it. Because fine, it's your life. A whole lot of things are going to go on in your life. You're going to lose a lot of maybe your job, your school, whatever you're doing for the next 9 months. But the man has to know, and the man has to have a say to an extent.
Has to know.
Okay.
Okay,
The man
God,
knows
caveman.
That you are
right?
pregnant.
That she's
Captain
pregnant.
Caveman. Captain
But
Caveman.
you do understand that the man can up and go at any time.
But the
Leaving
woman
you
can as well, though.
Like
and
she
leave the
did.
baby where? It's in her womb already. Wherever she goes, the baby follow.
After the fact. So you are saying a man can get up and leave. A woman can get up and leave as well.
Statistically speaking,
Oh my
the
goodness.
numbers of men leaving women is way higher than women that have left their kids with the man and gone away. You know why? There's an emotional attachment to those kids more than a man with those kids. So you telling a woman that she has to take permission from you to decide if she wants to keep a baby, that delivering a child, going to labor alone has killed a lot of women.
Yes.
She has to take permission from you or do based on what you said that
I'm not
she
saying
doesn't-
permission. You have to let him know.
She doesn't. That's what the story was now, that she went to go and get rid of the baby behind the guy's back. Even though he had approved for her to keep the baby, she still went ahead to get rid of the baby. She does have the right to get rid of the baby because it's her body,
Without
it is
letting
her
him
egg.
know.
She's the one that's going to carry that baby to term for 9 months, not you. She's the one that's going to go through body change, go through emotional change, go through a lot
So
of
there's
trauma.
more at stake.
Than you. You
Okay.
just saying yes doesn't quantify the fact that she should go through it or not.
It's a 50-50 thing.
Oh.
I put it in
No,
there.
it's not.
No, it is.
I disagree.
I put it in there. And if I want it,
Wait.
you're going
You
to
guys
give
hear
it
what
to
he
me.
just said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it
What
in.
did did you
Yeah.
put? Explain to us what you put and
If
where.
it was me, I'll put it in there. If I want it, you gonna give it to me.
Excuse me.
Wait,
Hold on.
cavemen in here.
I still don't
Are we
understand.
around cavemen?
No,
you guys are-
the
you're
thing
speaking
is,
in parables.
let me tell you something.
Yes.
You didn't wake up and just got pregnant.
So what happened?
We
I
had
put it in
sex,
her.
and I put it in there.
What did you put? Incubator? What did you put? Beef
Okay,
jerky? What did you put?
So back to it. So in this particular story, obviously the guy wanted it, and he went to get more shifts and everything, excited to be a father.
Yeah.
That's selfish.
Think about that. Think about
So
that.
that's
That's
enough for you.
selfish.
Like
No,
I said, you can pick up
Yes.
and go whenever.
That's selfish.
Just because you got an extra shift, you got a second job to work and save up for the child doesn't mean that when push comes to shove, you will be there. It takes a real man to actually stay for his kids. This is America where we've had a lot of cases where men leave their children and go away.
Doesn't make
In
But this is not
Nigeria,
the case.
it's the same
This is
thing.
not the
In
case.
Ghana, it's the same thing. There are a lot of men
This
that have
is not the
abandoned their
case.
kids
Let me
and
say
gone
this.
away.
I
So
think-
telling a woman,
let
let
me
me finish.
you're
Telling a
saying-
woman
God.
that it's okay for you to keep your baby because I said for you to keep your baby. That is crap. Because when it comes down to it, for that 18 years, is the mama now you not go sleep. Like
Yes.
the mama now you go think
Because I
about.
feel like fathers don't.
See.
A lot of times,
Why
that's
not?
a lot of times you people don't really. So what are we
Okay,
talking about?
let us not focus
Let's
on the
get down
bump
to the
fathers.
pigeon
Let's
now.
focus on the let
Let's
us
get
not
out to the
focus on that.
pigeon.
Let's focus on the real fathers that
Who
are
are
actually
ready to be
working.
there and do
But
their
for me,
job.
there's two
Yeah.
things here. There's two things here. If a man impregnates a woman
Yeah.
with a goal of actually having a baby, and this is a mutual understanding, you want a baby, I want a baby. Now we had sex. I gave you all kinds
That's
of doggies,
it.
making sure that the sperms will climb up.
course.
Why did you say doggies?
No, I'm not saying making sure that the two, and then it happens that you got pregnant.
Yeah.
It is morally unacceptable, honey.
But we don't
Hold
know her
on,
side.
let me finish.
though. We don't
Let
know
me
her side.
finish. Let-
We need her side.
wasn't a
though.
mutual
If you have a
understanding.
girlfriend, no. If you're old, if you're older, and you have sex, there's a possibility that you're gonna have a baby.
Yeah,
You're
but
gonna
you
get
said,
pregnant.
you said
So if
I
you don't-
want a
hold
baby
on, hold on.
and you want a baby. That
Hold on though.
She
Let
wasn't
me
mutually
land because I
agreeing
didn't
with the
land
guy.
yet, honey. But I'm saying, regardless, you should know that when you have sex without a condom, there's a possibility that you're gonna
Yeah.
be pregnant.
Yeah.
So in a way, before we have sex,
You tell me to
you
use
should
condom.
know
You spoke.
that you're gonna get
If you're
pregnant
not
at
ready,
some
of
point.
course.
So for me, it
Yeah.
is just morally unacceptable.
And selfish.
so-
And selfish.
I don't
This
know.
table is
Hold on.
very.
selfish.
Hold on.
This shows.
But I-
This shows our rights as
No,
women.
no.
This table shows
No.
our
Don't do
rights
that.
as women.
Don't do that.
It's
Don't
not
do
her
that.
choice.
Don't
It is her
do
choice.
that.
Don't-
It
you're
is not his
you're
choice.
speaking.
It's her
Did I
choice.
say it
You're
wasn't
speaking.
her choice?
You're
It's
speaking.
her
Hold on,
choice.
hold on.
Max, please let me finish because she just
Okay.
put some words in my mouth.
I said the table. I said the table.
No.
The table shows the fact that we are skewered. There's a thing like this when it comes to women's rights.
But we are not saying that.
We're not talking about
Women's
women's
rights.
rights.
To do
rights.
it.
We're not talking about women's rights,
Literati.
Literati. We're not talking about.
It is women's
We're
rights.
not talking
Look
about
it up.
women's
Pro-choice
rights.
is a woman's
See,
rights.
Charlie,
See,
hold on,
if you
hold on, hold on.
didn't want
Charlie,
women's
Charlie,
rights,
Charlie,
okay,
Charlie,
wait.
Charlie,
Go
brought-
ahead now, you can
Charlie,
talk.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Charlie, wait.
voice.
Charlie brought
Listen.
a story to the table, and the both of you are speaking from a generic standpoint.
And you are like opportunity.
No.
Where are you talking
That's
from?
the story right
Where
there.
are you talking
the
from?
guy wants it.
But
And
do
the
you know
la-
what the woman wants? Before you make your decision,
My
do you know what the
goodness.
woman wants? Did he say what the woman wanted?
You're
Right,
saying,
he didn't.
You're looking at it
don't
from-
words in my mouth.
you're looking at it from the aspect of-
You're
No,
getting
wait,
to the
listen.
you're
Don't
getting
do
to
that.
the
Don't do
conclusion
that.
by the man's ideology, not by the woman.
I'm
Because we don't know what the woman
choice.
wants.
Just yelling.
I can want it,
One
I
thing is
cannot
to yell,
want it.
another thing is to make sense.
Period.
I'm making
We
sense.
are not talking about the fact that the man has to decide whether the woman will keep the child. It's your body. You have, as a human,
That's
you have a
concept
human
of
right. You have fundamental human right is to decide what happens to your body. That's why when you go to the hospital, before you carry out some serious medical procedures, they give you a consent letter whereby you have to sign and say, yes, I agree to this. Because if you die, you die. You signed it. If you live, you live. You signed it.
You can get pregnant,
That
but
is
you can't
okay.
have the
But
baby.
what I was
But what I'm
Really?
saying is, as a man, the fact that the guy wanted the baby and she didn't want the baby, she should have let him know, and then they'll talk
How
about
do we
it.
know
Before
that she did it?
she just
though?
decides to go
But
and
how do
carry
we
out
know
the
that we
abortion.
didn't? This is all
If you did
hearsay.
not want to get
This is
pregnant,
hearsay.
Why did
you
you
should
have
have
sex?
asked him to use
This is
condom.
hearsay.
Thank you.
But the
You
condom
got
can
pregnant,
break.
you get pregnant,
The
stayed
condom
for a
can
couple of
break.
months,
The
and then
condom
you
can
decide to go
break.
do
A
abortion.
condom is not 100%.
No,
Condom
no,
can break.
no,
Okay, that has
no,
happened
no.
several
Alright, so
times.
honestly, I just need 2 minutes so I can explain. I can land with what I was
Go
saying.
ahead, Charlie.
So going back to what I was saying, if an agreement was made and the baby ended up happening, it is more. I'm not saying you don't have a choice on all of that. I'm talking about from a moral standpoint. We can talk about this topic from a moral standpoint and then from a legal standpoint as well.
course.
It's morally unacceptable that we planned this together. You went behind my back and had an abortion.
Period.
And with this,
Plan.
this country
they
supports what
plan
I'm
it
saying.
together, no
Morocco,
question.
Turkey,
No.
Indonesia, in 2011 actually made a law whereby if you go and as a woman, you're going for an abortion, you need your husband's approval.
To be
because
there.
you cannot go back behind his back and do all kinds of
You
things
didn't get
when
pregnant
he's
by yourself.
over there expecting a child. And that's all I'm saying. But when the pregnancy happens, and this is what I wanted to land with, when the pregnancy happens unexpectedly, like you're saying, that the condom breaks, you guys weren't planning to have a baby and it happened, right? Now a conversation is to be had.
Period.
Still, there should be respect in the relationship.
together.
And if you respect me as your partner and I respect you as a partner, yes, it's your body. You could do whatever you want with your body, but we have to have a conversation.
But let me
About
think about it. But let me ask you. I know you stated the men's point, but do you know what the woman wanted? Do you know if they had that conversation and then he went ahead thinking he was having a baby and she didn't want a baby? So we have to be kind of like in the middle because she might have said, "No, I'm not having this baby."
But how would I know what you want if you don't
But
communicate
the
that
thing
with
about it
me?
is that we don't know both sides, right? So the thing is, now we're doing one-sided things, but on all of our sides, we're going through one side because we don't know what the woman wanted.
So give me some of the reasons why a woman will just go behind, let's say, her husband's back and have an abortion. Give me some of the reasons. Educate me and educate the viewers.
I mean, if they've had too many children. If they have, like, there's some where they can't afford to take care of their children. Instead of them selling babies,
Then they should go for family planning. They should stop having sex without condom.
Did he ask you for reasons or for me?
Who tagged him on this one? Who tagged him on it? You said if
If they have too many babies
Two.
and they can't take care of the children.
Two, if her life is at risk by having that baby,
Okay.
if the baby,
Yeah, of
that pregnancy is a health,
Of course.
is high risk.
Like she has
To get rid
fistula.
of it.
Yeah.
Like there's so many different things, and then also it's also the thing about it is also how is she mentally stable? She might be having when women have what's that postpartum depression? Who knows what she's going through? If she just had a baby, if it's just happening, you got to think about all of these things. 'Cause these things all impede on the child's well-being.
As Charles said, there is room for conversations, all right? The way the both of you were talking as though we're against abortion and stuff like that. No, we're not against abortion. If I don't want it, I don't want it. If I want it, I want it. But we have to have a conversation. Let's talk about it. You didn't wake up and get pregnant by yourself. We had sex. There was a cooperation. It was a mutual agreement. And if there's a baby on the way and I want the baby and I go take more shifts so that I can provide for the baby and have a chance of being a father and you rob me of that, hell no.
Do you
It's
see that
selfish.
point
Yeah.
of not
It's
becoming
really
becoming a
selfish.
father?
I definitely agree with the partner.
Even
We got
if
to
it's
communicate,
agreement.
but
Right.
if I've made my decision that I don't want to have this child, I can make my decision.
Oh,
to have
you
the thing.
made that decision.
Yeah, I made the decision. If he made
Without
it,
considering.
No. I said they've had a communication.
Exactly.
Her side is I don't want this child. His
Right.
side is I want this child. She has to do what's best for her.